Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. Today we are checking out this crazy Nissan N Attack Package GTR, and this thing is good. We're going to do a stage 6 maxed out shift pattern and tune. We're going to do a stage 5 shift pattern and tune. We're going to do a review on the car and talk about live racing setups and stuff like that. So let's get to it, and I'm just going to say this car will beat Tempest 3 Tier 4 without having to switch cars, so you guys want to get this one if you can. So when the car is 100% maxed out with all the stage 6 and all the fusions, this is the way you're going to tune it, shift it, and drive it. We got the nitrous all the way to the right. We got the final drive at 3.03. We got the tire pressure at 14 PSI. And then we got the dyno time of a 10.528. 10.528 on the dyno. Now to drive it, we're going to try and get a close to perfect start. Shortly after it launches, shift into second gear and nitrous on third. It's a very easy car to drive when it's maxed out. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second gear, third nitrous, fourth gear, fifth gear, and all the shifts, just make sure they're down there in the orange, really close to the green. Some cars like perfect shifts, some like almost perfect shifts. This one seems to like the almost perfects. There we got a 10.469, which is pretty darn good. And I think the world record time is like 10.420 or 10.430, something along the lines of that. All right, so let's go do a stage 5 shift pattern and tune for this crazy car. All right, so when you have the car on stage 5 parts only with all the fusions installed, you're going to put your nitrous to 149 and 3.0. Final drive down to 2.94 and tire pressure at 20 PSI. We got a 36 and a 64 up there with a dyno time of a 13.198. 13.198 on the dyno. And we're going to drive this one the same way. Shortly after launch, early shift into second gear, nitrous on third. Very easy to drive. 3, 2, 1, go. Second gear. Third and nitrous, fourth gear, fifth gear, bam, and sixth gear. And you could probably tune your transmission just a little bit differently so you don't have to shift into the last gear. But that's how we drive this baby on stage 5. All right, so let's talk about live racing with this car. There's some good news and there's some bad news when it comes to live racing. Now, the good news is the car beats dyno time, meaning it will win some live races pretty easily. Now, the bad news is it will push your car into a faster lobby and a faster lobby and a faster lobby when you're beating the dyno while live racing, and next thing you know, your car cannot win live races anymore. But there's no low performance point high Evo tune, which I really love, but cannot find that on this car. So if your car gets pushed, you're going to have to reset it by running a lot, and I mean a lot of races while going slower than your dyno time in live to reset it back to a slower lobby once the game adjusts you to that fast lobby where you're not winning races anymore. So in my opinion, this is not the best live racing car. It will do the job, but like I said, it will get pushed and then you're going to have to reset the car, and that's a big old pain in the butt. So if you don't mind doing that, hey, live race the heck out of it. If not, try and find one of those lower performance point higher Evo cars that don't get pushed into different lobbies. All right, let's do an overall review on the car now. So this car is overall very nice. It's got good acceleration, good top speed. It's fast. It can beat all the bosses in the game. It can beat Tempest 1, Tempest 2, Tempest 3, and it'll beat Shax. If you get enough parts on the car, it's going to have no problem beating the bosses. Now, the beauty of this car is it can beat Tempest 3 Tier 4 without having to change cars. This can do the speed trap, it can do the sprint race, and it's fast enough to beat the boss. And the majority of Tier 4 cars in the game can't do all three of those things, but this one can as long as you have enough parts installed on it. So this is a great car. If you haven't beat the Tempest races, if you haven't beat all the bosses yet, this one is something you want. I mean, really, it's just an all-around very nice Tier 4 car. You can't go wrong with this thing unless you're trying to live race with it. It's great for everything other than live racing. It is okay at live racing, but it's not ideal in my opinion. There's many cars that are better to choose for live than this one at the moment. All right, so should you upgrade this car? I'm going to say yes. If you need to beat the bosses, upgrade the car. If you need a Tier 4 car that's just all around pretty good, upgrade the car. If you don't mind resetting the car during live races, then sure, go ahead. But that's the one drawback. It's not going to be the best live racer. It doesn't have the low performance point high Evo tunes that I like to find, but it will win some races. But like I said, you got to reset the car every so many races because it will get pushed from lobby to lobby because it's beating the dyno when winning the live races. But that's really the only drawback. Overall, it's a very nice car. I think everybody should have one of these in their garage. It'll come in very handy. Alright, well I think that wraps this video up. I try and make videos to help you out, so help me out guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, click that little bell and set the notifications to all. That way you don't miss any good uploads or game news or how to drive videos or anything like that. If you really want to help support the channel, you can do that stuff. Plus, check out the thank you button or the join button down below the video. If you want to do a donation or become a monthly channel member, there's a PayPal link in the video's description. You can check out the Danny merch store to get some cool Danny Lightning gear. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are all amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all have an amazing day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch you next time, all right? Lightning out. See ya. Thanks again. Later.